So Gary,
Yes.
Chernobyl. So Gary,
Yes.
Chernobyl.
It's all Marchese and Buller. It's all Marchese and Buller.
Welcome to Marchese and Buller, where two horror writers come together and talk about stuff. Today we're going to do another part of, I guess, a series of Chernobyl. It's a pretty popular subject. I've been watching it on HBO at Gary's suggestion. He's only seen the first episode, but I went on to see the second and half of the third. And I have to say, it's very interesting the way they are portraying these characters and seeing the inside of what actually happened. I always saw what Chernobyl, I saw in the news what Chernobyl was about, but I never actually knew what happened. I know my brother-in-law went there, and he went to the part that's supposed to be a little safer, and they had all the gear on, and they couldn't be in there for more than like a certain amount of time. I've heard animals are going back into the area surrounding. It's just very harrowing. That's the word that every time as I'm watching the show, the word that keeps coming to mind is harrowing, to have this, and it's based off this one character, and I was watching one of the afterwards, and they say that this character, I forgot his name, but he hangs himself in the beginning. The producers were saying that they wanted it to be a surprise at the end, that the guy dies. They wanted to show that he dies from the very beginning, and they wanted the surprises to be the actual event. I wouldn't even be surprised if HBO does a Fukushima, but I would also like to know how they got the information from these people, like how to create. I mean, it's not fiction, but a lot of the stuff has to be improvised, because how do they know exactly what these people are saying? And it is crazy when the girl goes to see her husband in Moscow. You're not supposed to touch them, but I guess at this point she just doesn't care. They send a few people underneath the core to, I believe, to pump the water out so the other reactors don't explode when the meltdown goes below the basement. And now I'm at the part where they're sending in miners to go and dig a hole to implement, I think, hydrogen or something to cool down the base so it doesn't go into the water. It's interesting to see Gorbachev in that situation, and how it also implies to America's already seen it from satellite photos, and it's like there's no hiding anything. I mean, you really can't hide. You can't hide something like that. But you were right.
No.
The guy who's coming into the thing, he's telling him, "Look, we can't do this, we can't do that," and he just kept insisting that these things can't be true. And this is the first time that this has ever happened. It's just a crazy situation.
It's worrying when you think about it as well. It was 1986. Old technology, quite experimental computer technology they were using at the time. Circuit boards and monitoring systems that were really in their infancy. And then you have the the administration on top of that, feeding basically lies at worst, and at very best horrendous misinformation and underestimation of the situation that was happening.
Yeah.
And I kind of find it interesting that, as you were saying, I've not actually seen the second or third episodes of it yet, but I'm aware that the big worry was there's quite a high waterboard in that area of Russia. They were kind of worried that the contaminated material would sink further into the ground, because obviously it's very, very hot, and contaminate the water beneath, and also cause a second explosion. When the water heats up to a certain temperature, it can explode. It causes like a pressure cooker, And they're kind of worried that was going to happen, which would cause a secondary explosion.
Yeah.
Because there was
actually,
reacting to it.
There's 3 other reactors. I mean, that were going to go. That's why they were trying to send those people down there. Yeah.
So they had some really strange plans, which included pumping liquid nitrogen into the soil beneath the reactor until scientists actually turned around and said you'd have to pump like 1 million tons of this liquid nitrogen over a period of years to cause the...
Yeah, that's the one, nitrogen. I'm at that point where the guys are going down to do that, yeah. So it's crazy, and I mean...
It's an impossibility, you can't do it.
Yeah.
But they were looking at sort of pumping liquid nitrogen into it, and it's not going to happen. Yeah, I think it's really scary, and it's kind of happened in our lifetimes. The repercussions are still happening now. As you say, the people who are involved in it were contaminated themselves. They become radioactive. Their bodies were radioactive as well, and it's a horrible... For people in the realms of writing horror, something like that really kind of hits home, you know. It's... I was talking to Israel Finn about it, who's another fairly well-known writer. He was kind of saying that, you know, he found it absolutely terrifying as well, because it's real.
Even the visuals of the people when they're melting and breaking down, it's just it's also crazy is that this is like the first time that this happened, so they're kind of figuring it out as they go. And to just think about how many nuclear reactors there are in this world, not just bombs, just the electric plants. It's crazy, you know. And then Fukushima happened. The
Fukushima one it was caused by a tsunami, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's terrifying, really. It's a very clean energy, but it's only clean when you're maintaining it.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no danger in there, and then it can be so dangerous when things go wrong. It's not like a wind farm, you know, what happens when a windmill falls over, you know.
Yeah,
nothing.
Exactly.
You're up to episode 3. How many episodes? Was there 5 or 6 episodes?
So far 3. It says miniseries. I believe you had mentioned it was 6 that they're going to do.
I think it's 6. I'm pretty sure it's 6 episodes, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the writers are... It's very interesting. It's kept me captivated. I didn't want to look away. I felt I was trying to cook some at times, and I was trying to do other things while I was watching this miniseries, and I felt myself not wanting to look away from it. Like I was drawn to it. I wanted to catch everything. So whoever was writing it, they picked the most important parts and the most entertaining and captivating parts. And we want to know what you think, because this is a hot topic. And what do you think about Chernobyl? What do you think about Fukushima? These natural disasters. We want to know what you think. What? Oh yeah.
I was just going to say I'm kind of interested to find out because the last Chernobyl episode was very, very popular. And I'm really interested to know what captured the imagination of people who've maybe not listened to us or watched us before and have decided to come and watch us. And I'm kind of interested to know how you feel about nuclear energy, and is there a nuclear power plant near you? And are there any horror stories that you might have heard or rumours that you might have heard about the places nearby? And what do you think, as Will said, about Fukushima and Chernobyl? So yeah, interested. Comment.
See you next time. It's all with Marchese and Buller. It's all with Marchese and Buller.
What do you think? I mean, no, that was wrong. Oh wait. Entertaining and captivating parts, and they really captured it. But we want. This is a hot topic, and what do you think about Chernobyl? What do you think about Fukushima? These natural disasters. Do you just think that Gary has a nuclear reactor in his pants?
I do.
He does. He might just.
I have a nuclear rod right there.
We want to know what you think. What? Oh yeah.
I was just going to say I'm kind of interested to find out because the last Chernobyl, it can be so dangerous when things go wrong. It's not like a wind farm, you know, what happens when a windmill falls over, you know.
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly. We just need, just need wind.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. That's the only thing.
But that's what I was saying. The nitrogen. That's the part. Wait, no, I said that already. I think I said that.
Nitrogen. Yeah.
Okay. Let's do a thumbnail for this one. Actually, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking of putting those masks on us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let me just take off this. That was an easy one. And so here, this is how we'll start it off. So Gary.
Yes.
Chernobyl. No, you're not supposed to laugh.
So Gary.
Take two.
Chernobyl.
So Gary.
Yes.
Chernobyl. It's horror. It's Marchese.